YouTube, it's Brian here, coming at you with a different type of video today. What I'm going to do is show you guys kind of the process of how I rescape the tank you're looking at right now. This is a 90-gallon, used to be a discus tank in my office, used to be really lushly planted with Blixer japonica and AR mini and some other plants. Well, a couple videos ago, I think I mentioned to you guys, and actually this picture is a still from the video, that I was going to rescape this tank and that I had all the supplies and even some of the plants purchased already to do that. I ended up starting this process, I think it was either right before or right after Christmas, and I just kind of have been filming along the way. And I've got tons of footage to put together, so I'm going to go through it with you. I'll just basically be doing voiceover on it. A lot of it I'll probably speed up to save time. But this will be the first in a handful of videos I'll do on this tank. The first will be more of the rescape process, taking down this tank and setting it up again. Things that I add to the tank, equipment-wise, product-wise, substrate, things like that. The next video, then you'll see a little bit of progress and some of the livestock that I added, and then we'll see beyond that, probably do another video just to kind of show even more progress of the plants and things like that. So what I'm going to do first is we're going to pick up as I'm draining the tank. I forgot to roll the camera at the very beginning, but you'll see me starting to drain it. I've already removed the rocks and plants and everything from it, but we'll just go from there. Alright, so here you can see I'm draining the tank, and actually the reason I was moving the substrate around was to get a lower point so that I could get the hose all the way to a lower point and get the most water out of it possible. And obviously I'm catching the fish and livestock that are in there as well, you can see right there. This process can take a little bit of time and makes a mess, as you can see, but taking all the equipment out of the tank and heaters and filters and things like that as well. We're going to go ahead and finish draining it here. And then we're going to go ahead and start taking the substrate out. What I usually use is a dustpan, actually. It works pretty good. You can get a lot of it out at one time and you can kind of control it pretty well. I just place it down into buckets or bins on the floor. Here we're just continuing to get the substrate out. Using a dustpan, it doesn't go too bad. I used to use buckets, and then I realized that a dustpan works quite a bit better. So that's what I started doing. Now here I'm just cleaning the tank, getting all the algae, getting all the gunk, water deposits, crap like that off of the tank and that type of stuff. Alright, so here I'm going to start putting down a couple different additives. The first one here is the ADA Factor 100. It is a powder. You buy it from ADA, Aqua Design Amano, and basically you just sprinkle it on the bottom of the tank. It's going to go underneath the substrate. Next I'm going to put in the ADA Clear Super. It's another powder that you sprinkle in the aquarium and it goes underneath the substrate. Alright, now I'm going to start putting in some lava rock, and the reason I do that is to so you don't have to use as much substrate. So I'm going to start filling the tank and make a big kind of pile before I put on my substrate. The nice thing about using lava rock too is that not only does it give you some added height so you don't have to use as much substrate, but it actually will work as biofiltration in your tank. It's very porous and so it's gonna just give you extra space for that bacteria to grow. So now what I'm going to do is sprinkle on some more of the Bacter 100 powder before I go ahead and put my substrate on. You can see I'm just kind of going over it one more time with what I had left in the bottle there. And as you can see here, I'm using the ADA Amazonia Aqua Soil. I got about 4 bags that I used, so we're just going to go ahead and put that in over the lava rock. Alright, 4 bags later now I've got it all in, and I'm starting to place my Oiko stones or dragon stone. These stones I used in the other tank, and I had some additional ones, so they're working out good. Just playing around with them to try to get the perfect spot. What I ended up with ended up being quite a bit different than what you're seeing right here. Planting some of the Monte Carlo is what I'm using as a carpeting plant. This entire escape is going to be nothing but the Monte Carlo and the stones. No other plants, no other decorations of any type. And now we're going to go ahead and start filling up the tank, and as I'm doing this, the battery in the camera dies. So here's the tank now. It's either a day or 2 later. You can see it's still cloudy, and what I'm going to do is install a little bit of equipment here, and just kind of show you what the tank looks like quickly. And again, this changes quite a bit, as you'll see by the time I'm done. Alright, so I decided to try these Twin Stars on this tank. A lot of you have probably heard about them. What I'm using is the Twin Star Nano, and for the size of the tank, I went ahead and I'm using 2 of them. So I'm not sure if these things are all that they're cracked up to be, but I thought I'd give them a try. For those of you who don't know, in a nutshell, what they're supposed to do is help reduce algae and help make the water healthier and cleaner for your livestock, especially things like shrimp. So we're just going to go ahead and install, I think it's just one of these right now. I'm doing the one on the right side. There it is working. And there is the box, the controller I should say. I've got it set to setting 3. And that's actually the one on the right side. So we'll go ahead and show you what it looks like when it's working there. Okay, so this is another couple days later. I've drained the tank halfway. I've got some more Monte Carlo, and I'm going ahead and, well, I probably already did plant it here because I'm filling the tank back up at this point. Alright, now so a couple of weeks later we're going to add some additional Monte Carlo and some new equipment. So I've got the tank drained here, and actually when I say new equipment, basically I'm just going to be using a couple of stainless steel mesh filter guards, or you know, guards that go over the 2 intakes of my canister filters. So we'll show those here. As you can see, I've got 2 different sizes, one for my Eheim 2217 and one for my Sun filter. So we're just going to go ahead and put those on the intakes for each of the filters. And then we're just going to go ahead and plant these new plants. What I did at this point too is I had planted the Monte Carlo in big clumps, and I split a lot of it up here and then added the additional ones. and that really helped for the growth. Initially I was having some troubles with growth. Everything seemed to be growing up. Now after splitting it into smaller pieces, it seems to start growing outward. Alright, so I've got everything planted, and I'm just cleaning the glass as I'm filling up the tank, that type of thing. So that's really all I've got for this video. Stay tuned for part 2, where you'll see the livestock that I add to the tank. If you like what you see here, make sure you subscribe to my channel for more fish videos, shrimp videos, reef tank videos. Make sure you check out all the members of Team Aquatic Support and their YouTube channels. They'll be listed below. Go over to Aquatic Support Community on Facebook and check that out. And again, thanks for watching, guys.